up, everybody? Finally got two wheels under me again after all this time. As most of you know, my Triumph 675 is dead. Sitting in my house, busted to shit. Let's go this way. I am now on a brand new BMW S1000RR. Not mine, sadly. My brother's. Turn into the school here. Traction control. Oops. Which way do I want to go? Let's go over here. Man, this thing feels good. Kinda want one now. Alright. Ugh. This is her. Brand new, traded in his 2011 KTM RC8 for it. I think it was an upgrade. Bone stock. Man, oh man. It's a fucking beast. Really, just sitting on it, man. It is a nice machine. Brembo brakes, ABS. Brakes are super touchy on this bike. Super touchy. I was very, very shocked when I grabbed the front brake. You looking at me? I'm looking back at you. Man, oh man. I don't even want to take it back. I think we'll do a little more riding. Yep, that's her. Give her a little, give it a twisty. Not too shabby for a stock pipe. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with this bike. Alright, let go. Well, gravel. So an update on my bike. It is totaled. Now we're arguing pricing with the insurance company. So that's where we're at with that. So when will I be back on my own motorcycle? Who the fuck knows? Not soon enough, I'll tell you that much. I might have to upgrade. Wife is not gonna like that at all. But oh well, she'll live. Damn, I smell barbecue until it's Saturday. Noon games just kicked off. Fucking weather today is just gorgeous. Excuse me, traffic. Try this quick shifter out. Woo! This is nice. Man, that feels good. I've always heard the quick shifters were nice. Next Triumph I get, probably gonna have one. But man, it ain't got the power this thing's got. Holy shit, dude. This is good shit here. I may just run this bitch to Mexico and tell my brother I'm sorry. Claim that bitch stolen. God almighty. I ain't even gotten out of fourth gear yet. my nuts. Oh, they're tubing. Look at that shit. Woo! Man, oh man. This thing is impressive. I've seen them before, but I ain't ridden one yet. I am definitely going to have to make a repeat ride on this. Let's go straight. Whee! Yeah, that's it. Get out of the way, baby. Seating position is actually pretty similar to my Triumph. Kind of feel my butt sliding towards the tank a little bit. I love the fact that it has ABS. I've been wanting to ride a bike with ABS on it, and I haven't gotten an opportunity to yet, but I am very impressed. These are very touchy brakes, but I've seen a wet test. If you want to check it out on YouTube, it's there. This guy on a runway, it's soaking wet outside. He's got a bike with and without ABS. One of them has got big ass like wheelie bars sticking off the sides of it. And he locks up the brakes on wet tarmac or an airfield. Locks the brakes up and the bike just spins out like crazy. He's fine. The bike stays upright. Spins out like crazy. Does the same test. The same exact test on the same bike with ABS. And he stops instantly. Like it was just a cool summer day. He's coming to a stop sign. It was impressive to say the least. Because I know the new 675, I think, came out in 13, has ABS, and it is impressive shit. The technology, I think, is going to save a lot of people's lives. By accident, I was headed to bike night in Orange Park, Florida, and I had just left my house. It wasn't even a mile away from my house. And sure as shit, this Prius pulls out in front of me, didn't even look. I've got everything on film. And you can see, if you stop it, he never even looks left. And then after the accident, he goes, "Oh, I didn't see you." And turns out, what kind of luck is this? The guy that hit me is an insurance agent. The guy that hit me sells auto insurance. I put my left bar end right through his fucking taillight. He pulled out, and he pulled out just far enough for me to hit him almost head on with my bike. And by the time I got on him, my tire went behind the car and my bar end was twisted because I was skidding. Tried not to skid, but it happened. And my bar end went through his fucking taillight. And that's some shit. On my way, my first bike night with Rilee. First one. Hadn't even got a chance to show anybody anything on the bike. Nothing. I left work early. Had I been at work, my bike would still be fine. Left work 2 hours early to go to this bike night. And it turns out, I never made it. Never made it. Felt my knee fucked up a little bit. Hurt like hell. EMT checked me out and tells me, "Are you on blood pressure medicine? Because your blood pressure is really high." And I'm thinking, are you serious right now? I just hit a fucking car because he pulled out in front of me. So yeah, my blood pressure is probably a little high. Just a little. So they checked me out, told them I wasn't going to the hospital. I was only a fucking football field away from my house. So I limped her on back home, pushed it most of the way, and it's been on a stand since. Meanwhile, I know my wife's heading home. I didn't tell her. Didn't tell her until she got home because she was at work at the time, wasn't trying to worry her. So she gets home, she's like, hey, why are you here? You're supposed to be at bike night, I thought. I'm like, well, honey, funny you mentioned that. Something got in the way of that plan. And she's like, oh, really? What happened? What's wrong? Well, and she could see I was pissed, and that's how she knew something was up. She could see I was flustered, just a little. So, well, I was on the way to the bike night, and it just so happens that a fucking Prius pulls out in front of me. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm breathing. And it's funny, too, because she looked right at the bike, right at the tail section of the motorcycle, where it was completely busted as shit. Like, she knew something was off with the bike. She just wasn't sure what. So I told her, yeah, I'm fine. Bike's fucked up. In her defense, though, she's seen the bike tore apart before, because I'm always in the garage fixing something, putting parts on. I mean, UPS usually spends 2 to 3, trips a week at least delivering bike parts to me. So, in her defense, she's seen it tore apart before. No surprise. She kind of figured that I was just in there fixing something, or maybe the bike fucked up, and I decided no bike night. Anyways, I told her, yeah, a Prius pulled out in front of me, and I hit it. Well, was it his fault? Well, yes. He pulled out in front of me. It was absolutely his fault. And I got it on film. And the funny thing is, I just fucking turned on that camera. I literally didn't have that camera on a full minute before that shit happened. A full minute. And I didn't even have the microphone or that shit on. I had the GoPro mic on. So, it's pretty, the audio is pretty airy, which I had to tone down a little bit because it was just blowing the speakers out of it. But, yeah, got it all on film. So the cops show up. Cops saw the whole thing. An undercover cop saw me make the turn and begin my stop, saw the whole thing. By the time I got up, yelled at the guy, asked him, I said, are you serious? Come on, bro. I didn't want to cuss. I was headed towards his car to throw a beat down, to be honest. Luckily, I thought better of it. And then when I turned around, there was a cop. So I did not touch the guy. Didn't touch him at all. Awesome. So, he shows up, asks me if I'm okay, helps me get, or him and the guy that hit me, ironically, helped me get the bike back upright. Yeah. So that's the story. His fault. Got it on video. Cop didn't want to see the video. I said, no, he admitted guilt. I was like, well, yeah, I guess it's kind of difficult to argue that fact. God, these brakes are touchy. Kind of difficult to argue that fact because, I had it on video just in case. So, that's where we're at, in a nutshell. I'm waiting on the insurance company and to get done with all their bullshit. And once they get done and I receive a piece of paper with a account number and a number next to some dollar signs, then I will have my own bike. Probably won't be this monster, but I'll have my own bike. Cannot wait. It has been a long time since I was able to enjoy a ride. I really thank my brother for letting me take out his machine that, like I said, has less than 1,000 miles on it. It is impressive. I am thoroughly impressed. Alright, let's open it. God almighty. I fucking love this quick shifter. Holy shit, this is nice. Well, that's the end of it. I will make more as I get a chance to ride this thing. Until next time, hit the red line.